What holds you back? Sometimes questions that are deep and provoking don't need to be very long. Sometimes they can be short and sweet and to the point, like this one, because it is an honest question. What holds you back from realizing your potential? Is it the fear of failure? Is it that you keep comparing yourself to others? That self-doubt getting to you? Or are you just shot down by other people and you never really get to realize your potential? The definition of potential using good old Google is the latent qualities or abilities that may be developed and led to future success or usefulness. Potential refers to the latent abilities, talents, and qualities that a person possesses. It is the inner capacity to excel and achieve greatness in different aspects of life. That is a definition from a LinkedIn article that I read. Now, if we put that in a definition for me, I believe potential is the abilities you unlock within your inner self. You realize this potential early in life, or you can realize this potential very later in life. For some examples, Steve Jobs didn't find Apple until 21 years old. He locked in a garage and said, you know what, I'm going to create Apple. And that's what he did. But then there's the flip side. Samuel Jackson didn't star in Pulp Fiction until he was 46 in 1994. That movie was the thing that propelled him to his stardom. And like I said, you could realize that potential early in your life, or you could realize that potential later in your life. But at the end of the day, it's all the same thing. Nobody really cares whether you get this potential early in your life or whether you get this potential later in your life. But if you sit down and lock in, you will find this potential. You could be like Steve Jobs and find this potential at your 20s. However, sometimes you need to be able to build yourself up, or you need to focus on some things before you could find that potential that you really need. The most common thing that gets to people that doesn't really help them to unlock their potential is the fear of failure. I have another video where I'm gonna explain the fear of failure more in detail because it is a topic that I do want to discuss. Essentially, the fear of failure is something that stops people from realizing their potential. Whether it be family members constantly in your ear, whether it's people telling you that this isn't a good idea, or you telling yourself that this isn't a good idea and that you'll never make it, that fear of failure is always in the back of your mind. Sometimes people don't realize that you have to fail to be successful. Not everything that you do is going to instantly become a hit, or everything that you do is just going to instantly market to people. Hell, if you want to make an ad, your first ad could be the worst ad you ever make in your life. But that doesn't mean that the rest of your ads are going to be bad. It's that stepping stone. You gotta start and you gotta fail in order to become successful. Some people get lucky. Some people make a hit video off of the first video that they make. Other people maybe take 5, 10, 20 videos before they finally get that one hit that breaks them out there. But you know what all of these things have in common? They continue and continue and continue, and they get better. The person who makes the one hit has that one choice. They could continue to get better, or they could continue to stay where they are and stay stagnant. And that's where the term one hit wonder really comes into play, because you could always make that one hit, but if you never improve on that one hit, the person who didn't get that hit but continued to work and grind eventually will overtake that person that made that one hit. And that leads me to my next point, which is having to compare yourself to other people, comparing yourself to other creators, comparing yourself to anyone that's in your field. It's always going to stump you every single time. If you start up a business within game design, there is no way you're going to compare yourself to people like EA, like Ubisoft. Your first year or 5 years of making games, there's no way that you could build a company like them in that short amount of time. These things take time, and that's why comparing yourself to other people is always going to triumph every single time, because you're never going to realize your potential whenever you continue to compare yourself to people. I did this early on where I was so caught up in comparing myself to other people. For example, when I did YouTube, I was always comparing my content to other YouTubers, and that self-doubt would always get to me, and I was always thinking how I always felt like I was the same as every other creator on the platform, instead of thinking on how could I improve my content, or what can I do to find my own type of editing style or video style that motivates and suits for me. I watched a lot of my old videos and realized this style is something that I enjoy doing and it entertains me. This is something that I've always was doing. These type of videos were always the things that brought out the most passion in me, just yapping on a mic. Except now I'm matured and I'm not doing random audio bass boosted things to make people laugh, because those really aren't that funny anymore. but having those punchlines, having those jokes, just talking behind the mic and just yapping about gaming, about topics, is things that I want to do. Like I said, self-doubt is one of the things that can really hold you back. You are the thing that really holds you back from finding your potential. But another thing is also other people too. Are you the type of person that always shoots down other people's ideas or never helps other people flourish? Or are people around you always shooting down your ideas, never sharing your ideas? Remember in a video I said that sometimes you have to move in silence, and that's something that you really do have to do. There are times where people really can help you find your potential. A lot of the times you really have to look within yourself and get rid of that self-doubt to understand you are your biggest enemy. And I'll give you a fun fact. You could find this if you really just go on Google. People really aren't thinking about you. I'm so serious. It took me until now to really realize that people aren't thinking about you. Yes, there are going to be trolls out there. Yes, there's people on the internet. Yes, there's family members who may put a comment here or there in there. But at the end of the day, people really aren't thinking about you and what you do. Every single day is a new day to do something new. If it's not something that you like or it's something that motivates you, try to find something else. But at the end of the day, you'll unlock your potential when you really realize what you want to do. Once you realize that people aren't thinking about you, you will flourish. Because at the end of the day, they aren't doing what you're trying to do. They're not the ones trying to become the doctor. They're not the ones trying to become the YouTuber. They're not the one trying to become whatever it is that you want to do in life. You are, and you're the person that will always hold you back. Those people aren't you. There's so much technology. There's so many new ways to innovate and create things that times have changed now. A lot of people don't even need degrees anymore if you really want to go there. A lot of people say that, oh, a college degree would change everything. And I have a video coming out as well about this. I have a college degree, and I won't lie to you, a lot of the things that I was learning in college about my degree, a YouTube video could have sufficed. Times have changed to where a lot of these skills and things that we need are just readily available on the internet. Don't get me wrong, I'm still happy to have my degree, and I'm still happy that I was able to graduate and was able to be put through college by my parents. It's a different mentality now. And it's not so much about getting these skills and just having them in the back pocket. No, it's about getting these skills and improving on them every single day. Who are you yesterday that you aren't today? And you have to really look at that question and think, if I'm the same person yesterday that I was today, I'm doing something wrong. Every day you should feel like a new person. Every day you should have something new going on. Every day you should feel like you're a better improvement of yourself. It's never too early or too late in life to realize what your potential is, but you have to really sit down and unlock it and understand what it is. It doesn't matter when you find that potential, and it doesn't matter when you become successful. It's about keeping that grind and keeping that hustle, that when you finally realize your potential, you aren't the one that shuts it down. 1,000 people could come to you and say you suck, but are you going to let those people stop you? Let's take a perfect example of Kenny Pickett. He was a quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and everybody was saying how he sucks. Now, he's not no Big Ben or Tom Brady, but he found a job on the Eagles. They actually won a game recently with him at quarterback. I don't know if he did a great job or not. I didn't watch the game, but that's the thing. He didn't let the self-doubt, he didn't see all of these people commenting about how he sucks get to him. He may either use that as motivation or just ignored it altogether. And that's one thing that you have to do to realize your potential. Stop caring what other people think, because a lot of these people really aren't thinking about you. The only person who thinks about you every single day is you, because you have to wake up and see yourself in the mirror. You have to wake up and know you're alive, and you're the only person who thinks about you 24/7. And sometimes those thoughts that come into your head about other people are thoughts you think about yourself. I always think about my own life and how I've always wanted to just feel like I meant something in life and have a purpose. There's so many times where I've thought that I had no purpose, and it took me a long time to really listen to what the universe was telling me, what my potential is and what it is that I need to do. And of course, money plays a big role into it, but those things will come. Whether you get it early or late in life doesn't matter. At the end of the day, you still will get it. Don't hold yourself back, and don't let other people hold you back. Realize your potential and what it is. Thank you to everyone who watched this video. Like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, do whatever it is to help my currently non-existent videos be seen, and enjoy the rest of your day. Desaya, signing off.